Okay, hi guys. I decided to record this video because this week nitakuwa held up somewhere, and so you might not be able to attend the group discussions. So let me just try and explain to you guys what you're expected to do in a few minutes. So let me explain using FCFF model. So the first thing you need to know is the formula, and we were told that FCFF, the formula is net income plus non-cash charges, and cash charges is depreciation and amortization, plus the interest expense 1 minus the tax rate minus capital expenditures minus the working capital investment. So Nyamute, okay, the lecturer had said that when we're doing this analysis, we take a few years. For example, we can take 5 years. Here I have 4 years tight. So I have 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. So the first thing I need to look for is the net income and then non-cash charges, that is depreciation and amortization. So where do I get data? So you just come on Google and you search for this site in Reuters. This site in Reuters. So I'll use Equity Group to explain because we are doing equity higher. So when you're on Reuters, you come here to the financial. You see the financial. Higher kwa financials, we have the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statements. So make sure you click part here annual because you want the annual. So see, we have said we are looking for the net income, right? So unakuja hapa. Here are the values of net income. Sinona, we have the values of net income from all the way from 2015 to 2019. So these figures zenye ziko hapa is what you go and paste on Excel. Higher, the next thing was non-cash charges, that is depreciation and amortization. Ndio hizi hapa, we have the values for depreciation and here are the values for amortization. Higher, and it's non-cash charges, meaning kama tuko na non-cash items, we're also supposed to add them there. We are looking for the non-cash charges. So hizo values zote unakuja unazieka hapo kwa Excel document yako. Here kwa after amortization you're going to add that non-cash items yenye tumeona kwa Reuters. Haya, so alafu next the formula is the interest expense 1 minus the tax rate. So you know that the tax rate is 30%. So 1 minus the tax rate itakupatia 70%. So that 70%, the 0.7 is what you multiply by the interest expense and then you add it. So where do we get interest expense? We go back to Reuters, the income statement, click up on income statement, and then you look for the net interest expense. Here it is, total interest expense. Ndio hizi tumepatiwa figures zote all the way from 2015 to 2019. So you come paste this, una copy those figures, unakuja unazika kwa hiyo Excel document, multiply by the tax rate, and then you add you subtract the next in the formula, and you subtract capital expenditures. Higher, so capital expenditures here utazipata huku kwa Reuters. Let's look here, it is capital expenditures, ndio hizi hapa zote umepatiwa hapa. So you just pick those figures unaziweka kwa Excel. Haya, and then minus working capital investment. Haya, so you go and look for the figure for working capital investment. Let me go down. Ndio hii hapa. changes in working capital. Umeshapatiwa all the figures hapa 2020. So you just come and paste them on Excel. So when you do all those calculations, utapata the value of FCFF. So let's say if these are just examples of, okay, these are just random figures. So let's say 2016 utapata that 400, 2017 that 40,000, 2018 35, 47, 2019 37. Okay, that figure that is there. Haya, si utakuwa umepata sasa the FCFF values all the way from 2019 to 2016. So how do we get the growth rate? Haya, so we say that the growth rate ni the future value is equal to the present value 1 plus g raised to n. Haya, when you're getting n, kama ni 4 years, you know that means it's 3 periods. Kama ni 5 years, you know that means it's 4 periods. So for instance, in my example up, I have 4 years, so that is 3 periods. So you take the FCFF that you got in 2019 is equals to the FCFF that you got in 2016, 1 plus g raised to 3. So you solve this simple equation. When you solve it, utakuwa umepata the growth rate. Haya, so we need tunahitaji 2 growth rates. Kuna the first growth rate yenye tutatumia maybe from 1 to 5 years, and then the growth rate to infinity. So for growth rate to infinity, unaweza sema that according to Dawes theory, your growth rate, it will come at one time in the future, it will come back to 2/3. So let's say you got the growth rate, let's say we'll better the growth rate as 20%. Sorry, we got the growth rate as 20%. So that means that utasema your growth rate to infinity itakuwa ni 2/3 of this figure. And then you back it up with a theory. You back it up with a theory. Unaandika hapo umefanya hivyo, umeconclude hivyo because of the theory. So umepata hapa ni 13.3%. So you'll say E 13.3% is the growth rate to infinity. Haya, so for FCFE model, it's the same, unafuata the same concept na FCFF model. So but the difference ni unachukua sasa the value utapata hapa mwisho ya FCFF minus the interest 1 minus the tax rate plus the net borrowings. So hizi net borrowings utazipata wapi? You just come back here on Reuters. You look for the net borrowings. What? Sheet. Moment. Here we have that our long-term debt. We have the long-term debts, capital obligations, total long-term debt, and the total debt. So our formula inahitaji net borrowings, net borrowings. So that means ni net imetolewa tax. Let's see if I can here add income tax. Okay, I can't see it right now, but okay, maybe kama haiko hapa kwa Reuters, you can look for it. Unaweza itafuta nini, the other site that I gave you guys, Wall Street. Ama okay, you can just take your time uone kama utaipata net, uone kama